What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done and getting my steps in as we speak. I'm going to get right to the topic at hand, and it's the youngins in the workforce. I've been talking to a bit of young folks lately, mostly in between the ages of 20 and 25, and there's a reoccurring thing that I've seen. Many of them have trouble keeping work. They say the job market is hard, and it is right now, but that's not what makes things rough for them. It's that they can't keep their job. And just through discussion, because I ask questions and I listen to their answers, a lot of young folks nowadays, they're more focused on being activists than employees. There's a place for both. You can be an activist. That in itself isn't inherently bad. But it is a bad idea to try to be an activist at work. If you're on the clock, you got to kind of just do your job. Do what you're paid to do. You're there for a reason. You were hired for a reason. And, when in Rome, you do what the Romans do. If you're not being asked to do anything illegal, keep your head down, do your job. Punch in, work, punch out, go home. Many of the young folks, I can't help but notice that they, I don't know, it's like they want to take on all the world's problems. First off, you can't tackle any problems if you ain't got no money. I'm gonna have a seat here. You can't tackle any problems if you ain't got no money. So it's in your interest to just kind of, do what it is you're supposed to do and not create a bunch of problems for yourself. And I'm seeing this from young folks of like multiple echelons. It's not just like middle class. You have young folks that are from dirt poor families that you would think they would just be happy to be working. And they're creating problems at work, being outspoken about things that probably would be best kept for a different time. Conversations with your friends and family. The job is not the place where you want to start voicing all your political beliefs. It's not the place where you want to start talking about Palestine or reproductive rights. These are just things that it'd be best if you just kept them to yourself and be professional. Now, you could believe in whatever it is that you believe in. I'm just saying that not every place is a good place for you to express it. We even got the one situation. Let me just get comfortable here. We got the one situation with the young lady, Rachel Zegler, who starred in the recent Snow White film. Disney is losing over $100 million on this movie easily. It's going to end up being more, most likely. But they are going to lose easily $100 million on this. And it's largely due to the fact that they hired this really outspoken feminist to play the role of Snow White. And instead of promoting the movie, she's throwing out all these political beliefs, talking about reproductive rights and, if you voted for Trump, she hopes you have no peace and free Palestine. Just if you're Disney and you need your movie to make like $800 million for it to break even, you really don't want to alienate half your customer base. Like it or not, more than half the country voted for Donald Trump. That just is what it is. He is our president. He's our commander-in-chief. He's going to be the leader of this country for the next 4 years. It is what it is. You may not like it, but you're going to have to find some way to make peace with it. And with that being said, with over half of the country voting for this man, it's not a good idea to have the star of the movie, the face of the project, going out there saying this sort of stuff. Because if there's one thing I've noticed, if you tell the public, I don't need your business, like she did about the movie, they will take you up on that. And they can take you up on that because there's plenty other entertainment options. We as people are not spoiled for entertainment options. I can do some of anything right now for entertainment. I can go to, the Pistons are playing tonight. I can go to a game tonight. The Red Wings, are they done playing for the season? They're done, but I don't know if they're done for the season. They're done as in they're definitely not making the playoffs. But I could go to that. We get concerts here in town. I live in the Motor City. We get concerts in town a lot. We get we get plays in town a lot. So I'm spoiled for options when it comes to entertainment. So if you tell people, don't come see my movie, I don't need your business, they will take you up on that. I've never seen a time where someone close to the project, high up in a project, and this is outside of movies, said, if you don't like it, don't watch, or if you don't like it, don't buy it, or whatever, and people didn't take them up for it. That is a guaranteed L you're going to take. So where I'm going with this is ultimately, whether it be somebody that's high profile like Rachel Zegler, whether it be somebody that's poverty level or middle class, young folks have to learn to just do their job and stop being so opinionated at times where their opinion isn't needed. I think this age where everyone has a smartphone has got people feeling like their opinion matters when it doesn't. Social media has people feeling that way. Right now, you can jump on Twitter and you can @ whatever celebrity has an account on there, and it's a high chance that they'll see it. That was never the case. But what's happened is you've cultivated a group that thinks their views and opinions matter more than what they really do. If you support these things, that's fine, but I don't advise you take it to work. Go to work, do your job, make your money. They're focused way more on trying to argue with people about politics and religion than they are doing their job. And then they wonder why they end up being told, well, it's really not working out. You know, you got to just do your job, man. Stop trying to go in and change the corporation as a whole, their culture. No, you're one 20-year-old with not a whole lot of life experiences. You're very naive oftentimes in your views and opinions of things because you haven't been out here long enough to really face any hardships. If you're some 20-year-old still living in your your parents' basement, which is highly possible given how the cost of living is what it is right now, I don't know where you get off thinking that you can tell people that are in their 40s and 50s and 60s that everything you believe is right and everything that they believe is wrong, when they have a whole head start, sometimes double the life or even triple the life head start on you. You're just now getting out here trying to get a taste of something, and you can't even get out here completely on your own because you can't afford to yet. So I'm just saying, young folks, I'm rooting for you. I really am. But y'all got to learn some humility, and you also have to learn to do more listening than talking, because many of you talk too much. Your lack of experience shows, with some of the things that you be saying. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to holler at y'all soon. Peace.